through these tangles, of course, and holding the braid in place with my thumb. You see my right thumb, and then it's gonna go back to my left thumb as we go. So, and we're just going over. We're going back and forth over. I don't know what's going on with my camera, but yeah, there you go. So now pay attention to those thumbs. We're taking the hair over, gripping it really tight, and then we're going to hold it in place with our thumb. And there we go again. And we're going to do this all the way to the end of the braid. So just watch me as I go back and forth over. We're doing the same thing all the way to the end, section it off, holding it with the thumb. The main things is to hold the hair tightly in place with your thumbs, and you'll create a beautiful jumbo goddess braid. Also, guys, make sure that when you're adding this hair in, side to side, that you are sectioning off each one of them pretty much the same so that the braid will be the same size all the way down. I know you guys are probably looking at her edges, but do not pay attention to those just yet. The last thing that I will do is go back and lay her edges. So just keep watching and you'll see what I do to them. Okay, so now let's start on the second braid. So now you guys can really see what I'm doing. You can see how I section off the top portion of the hair that we're going to use to start the braid off. So again, pay really close attention to how I start this braid off. Now you don't have to section off the hair the way that I'm doing it, but it makes it a little bit easier to grip the hair as you start braiding. So we're going to section off this little piece in the top, like a little triangle or whatever, and then we're going to split it down the middle, and it's easier to grab the hair from right to left when you braid it this way. So, yeah, this is how we're going to do it. And that's the part that's going down the middle. Also notice that I curve the part instead of going straight down from the top to the bottom. I curve it over closer to the other braid at the very bottom. That way those braids will end and won't have a big space in between each other. Some people like wearing the braids hanging down on each side of their shoulder, but most people like wearing them to the back. I normally sew the braid together and let it hang down the back. So I'll curve the part in the center to make sure the braid is going over at that angle. So here we go. I've already staggered the hair. I'm going to take this portion that I did separate, go over the hair to lock it in place, twist it, grab some more hair, and then weave it in. And once you do that, you're just going to add hair from each side so that the part down the middle, the two sections, we're going to add hair as we braid from side to side. And remember to continuously use those thumbs to hold that braid tightly in place. Section a piece of hair off, add it in, and continue weaving that braid on down. Using those thumbs, side to side. Section it off, bring it over, and go down. Section it off, grip it with those thumbs, and go down. Add some hair, and that's how we're going to continue all the way down. So as you can see, the closer we get to the end of the braid, this braid is a little bit bigger and it's going to be a little bit longer than the first braid. The reason being is because I am going to, like I said earlier in the video, sew these braids together. I'm going to do what you call the cross braid at the bottom. So this particular braid is going to cross over that braid and it's going to look like an X as the braids hang down. And I'll show you guys how to do that here shortly. So yeah, Let's finish this braid on out. All right, so I just looped the thread onto her braid. And now I'm about to attach these two braids together. Again, do not pay attention to the client's edges. We're going to go ahead and take care of that here shortly. So now I'm just going in and out of the two braids to make sure they latch together nice and neat. As promised, that is the Eco Styling Gel that I am going to be using on her edges. And again, I use different products according to the condition of the client's hair. So she doesn't have a fresh perm, but her perm is roughly 3 weeks old, so it's gonna lay. So as you can see, the Eco Style did lay her hair down. And she is all laid. She has her two braids. The only thing that we have to do now is boil our water and dip the ends. So I won't be displaying that, but guys, make sure that when you boil the water, it does get to a boil, and you be very careful. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Make sure if you enjoyed this video, subscribe.